All right. Hey, everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. We are so excited to jump into this new piece called Self-Love Saturday, Body, Mind, and Gratitude. And we are going to be focusing on the second part,
Okay.
which really digs into a bunch of ways that you can actually start to boost your self-love.
Right.
Um, and even though it says Saturday,
Yeah.
we're all about bringing that goodness into every single day of the week, right?
You know it.
So
Yeah.
are you ready to kind of unlock some of these secrets together?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people are really struggling with self-love these days.
Oh, yeah.
With all the pressures and the comparisons.
It's so true. Like everywhere you look, it's like, you're not enough, do more, be more.
Exactly.
But this piece is really good because it reminds us that we can change that whole story. And it starts with things that are actually really simple to do.
Yeah, it's not about like these big, huge gestures or anything. It's about consistently being mindful.
Okay.
So this first one they suggest is moving your body.
Oh.
Okay, and I know what you might be thinking. Oh, this is going to be another one of those, like, you have to punish yourself with workouts.
Yeah.
No.
It's so easy to think about exercise as like a chore
Right.
or something we feel guilty about if we don't do it.
Totally. But this piece is different.
Okay.
It's all about celebrating what our bodies can do and finding joy in moving. So they've got some great examples in here.
Oh, like what?
Well, they mention gentle yoga or stretching just to release tension,
Oh, yeah.
going for a walk in nature
I love that.
just to clear your head, or even dancing like no one's watching.
Yes.
Just pure fun.
Okay.
And then also strength training.
Right. So it's not just one type of movement. It's really about finding what feels good for you.
Exactly. And what I find fascinating is how each one of these things actually leads to self-love in a different way.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like with yoga, for example, you're not just like going through the motions.
Yeah.
You're really connecting with your breath and how your body feels in each pose.
Yeah.
You're kind of being present in that moment.
Yeah. And that can help you accept yourself more.
Oh, I see.
And with dancing, it's all about expressing yourself and not judging yourself. It reminds you that you can just enjoy yourself.
So true.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so moving our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Check. What's next?
All right. So this next one is all about disconnecting to reconnect.
Okay, interesting. I feel like in today's world, it's so easy to get caught up in the social media scroll.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And then you start comparing yourself to everybody else.
And it just never ends.
Right. And then you kind of lose track of what actually makes you happy.
It's like we're programmed to look for validation from other people all the time.
Yeah.
But this source wants us to break free.
Okay, how?
They suggest a digital detox,
Okay.
like put your phone on Do Not Disturb for a little while and resist the urge to check it every 5 seconds. Do things that are real and tangible.
I love that idea. But I have to admit,
Yeah.
it can feel a little unrealistic, right?
No.
Like, how do we actually make that work in our busy lives?
Oh, well, that's a great question. And I don't think it has to be all or nothing.
Oh,
You know, maybe just start with an hour a day without your phone. Or have certain days that are completely tech-free. The important thing is to create space for yourself. Reconnect with what matters to you without all the digital noise.
I can definitely see how that would help with self-love.
Right.
Like when I actually make the effort to disconnect,
Yeah.
even just for a little bit, I feel so much calmer and more clear-headed.
Me too.
It's like I can actually hear my own thoughts again.
That's so important, that connection with yourself.
Yes. So what about you? What helps you disconnect and recharge?
Well, I really love reading an actual book, not on a screen.
Oh, yeah.
I also love going for walks in nature and spending time with loved ones, like really being present with them, no phones allowed.
I love that.
It's all about those little things that nourish your soul.
Okay. So we've moved our bodies. We've disconnected. What's the final piece of the puzzle here?
The last one is gratitude. It's so important to reflect on the positive things in our day.
I feel like this is a big one because
Right.
it's so easy to get caught up in what's going wrong
It really is.
for what we don't have.
Yeah, we tend to focus on the what-ifs and compare ourselves to everyone else.
But gratitude is kind of like the antidote to all of that.
Right.
It's about focusing on what we do have
Exactly.
and training our brains to notice the good things.
And what's really cool is
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be these huge accomplishments.
Right.
Like it could be something as simple as feeling the warm sun on your skin or enjoying a delicious meal or even just a kind word from a stranger.
I love that.
Those little moments of joy can be so powerful.
You know what? This really works. Like
Yeah.
I was feeling kind of down the other day and I remembered this gratitude thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stopped for a minute and thought about how grateful I am for my cozy apartment.
Right.
Like even just having a roof over my head.
Right.
It sounds so basic, but honestly, it just shifted my whole mood.
That's amazing. Sometimes it's those basic things that we take for granted.
So true. Okay, so if we're trying to put all this together. What's the main takeaway here?
It seems like the big idea is that self-love is a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
It's something we practice every day, showing up for ourselves with kindness and compassion.
I love that. And it seems like these three practices, moving our bodies, disconnecting, and gratitude, are like the tools that we can use along the way.
They're like our self-love toolkit to
Yeah.
help us navigate all the craziness of life and get back to who we really are.
So as we wrap up our deep dive today, is there a final thought you want to leave our listeners with?
How about this? How can you use even just one of these practices in your own life, starting today? Even a small step can make a huge difference.
So remember, you're worthy of love,
Yeah.
especially your own. We'll see you next time.